alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. So for the Grizzlies, their last game, a win against the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
Yeah, that was
Let's go. You're in.
Ain't no time.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, T kicks to Horford. Here's Millsap. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Paul Millsap is one of the most versatile forwards in the game, a natural power forward, but he brings some small forward qualities of a player, and he's developed that three-point shot to round out his game.
And Millsap able to score facing up or with his back to the basket.
Yeah, inside and out. Reversible clothing is Paul Millsap, and he's a handful. Now, he's an undersized forward, but he can make the three. He's physical. He can get to the line. He's got a number of crafty shots. This guy is really, really underrated as a player.
These 2K Blazers we wear, they're reversible. You didn't know that, did you? Huh?
Not until just now.
Lee passes to Gasol. Conley dishes to Lee. Gasol against T. Gasol no good.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Al Horford, 6'10", 250, really a natural power forward. He's been asked to play at center for his whole career. He's shown himself willing to battle bigger players inside, but you got to think he'd welcome a chance to switch back to the 4 spot.
Some changes for Memphis. John Lure, he's checked in for Green. Carter comes in for Tony Allen. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Then for the Hawks, Mike Scott's checked in for Millsap. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Jeff T. Gasol, wide open, he fires. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And for Horford, able to scrap inside to overcome his lack of size defensively. His quickness is his biggest advantage. I mean, he's excellent at moving in space and defending the pick and roll.
Here's Peck, and that one's good. .119 left in the first quarter. Pass to Gasol. Good work defensively by Horford. Here's talk about Horford's advantages playing center. Certainly his offensive skill set among those advantages.
Yeah, and an excellent mid-range jump shooter and ball handler. He can face up, he can draw opposing bigs further out than they'd like, but he's also strong enough and quick enough to get past them and get to the rim.
And that one's good.
Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
Passes it to Boss. The dish to Bazemore. Jacks up a 3, and he gets it to go. Schroeder's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
Now Udrich. That one wide left. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Schroeder kicks to Scott. It's rebounded by Memphis. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
Well, and the big thing is they've got to avoid tonight what happened in the previous matchup. A lot of their starters were on the bench with foul trouble in that game.
A nice shot by Gasol. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel.
And so, lots of... Now we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marc Gasol is checked in for Randolph. John Lure comes in for Tony Allen. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Lee. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. On the court for Atlanta, Beck, he's in at shooting guard. Horford is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Kent Bazemore, and it's Schroeder in at the guard position. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the Atlanta Hawks, a team that looks to spread the floor with shooting. Coach Mike Budenholzer said we don't want to just be a three-point shooting team. We want to get to the rim first. By creating that space, we give our guards and our bigs a chance to attack. If the paint is taken away, we'll look for our shooters. Good strategy, Kevin.
Coach Bud coming from San Antonio, Doris. The Hawks trying to create that same kind of spacing. Gasol. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. In the 3rd spot, Al Horford.
And you look at that list, most of the guys there have that unique combination of power and finesse. A very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
And that kind of combo blend is what can turn a good offensive big man into a great one, fellas.
He hits the second from the line.
We're seeing the Hawks unable to defend against Gasol.
10 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And that may not be the first thing people notice about his performance, but those are important points nonetheless.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
And again, Memphis no good. The Hawks trail by 12. Boss passes to Schroeder. 30 seconds left now here in the second. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Peck. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Boss has got his second bucket. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Here's Hudrick, averaging 6 points per contest. Kicks it to Carter. Here's Gasol, and stolen by Horford. Shot from 12. So we've reached the end of the first half.
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half.
And the 3rd quarter about ready to get underway. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills. So it's Memphis picking up the win. Clark, what a...
Well, Mark, this team seems...